Former SAA chairperson Dudu Myeni has been charged with corruption. It's the latest in her legal woes after she was previously declared a delinquent director by the courts, meaning she will not hold such a post again. The claims relate now to bribes she allegedly received from the notorious company Bosasa. She stands accused of corruption after allegedly receiving bribes from Bosasa subsidiary Sondolo IT. Former Sondolo IT director Trevor Mathenjwa will also be in the dock. They were both released on bail on Friday. To discuss, we're joined by Advocate Stephani Fick, who is a Director of Accountability at the organisation Undoing Tax Abuse, or Outa. Thank you for being with us, Advocate. This case stems from alleged bribes she received. Did you ever make any claims? I know Outa was fully pushing and went to the courts over her recklessness you accused her of as a director.
We didn't necessarily focus on the whole Bosasa deal, but when we took this case on and applying to have her declared a delinquent director, the allegations was related to her, just her shenanigans at SAA while she was the chairperson. The Airbus deal that cost could have been disastrous. The Emirates deal that I think if that went through would at least add to the fact that SAA might have been still be in a better financial position. But what we've heard at the State Capture Commission and the whole Bosasa thing is just this, this corrupt relationship we began to understand during the whole state capture, saga. And, it's not only while she was the chairperson of SAA, but also at the Mhlatuzi water board, that, she received cash in Louis Vuitton bags, etc.
Yeah, the claims were made there, and now the charges also relating to security upgrades she received at her home, lavish travel plans whereby she was allowed to take her family as well. Bribery is often hard to prove. This money was given and this was the favour given in return, but I see that the MPA is focusing on a more simple matter. Did she declare her interest? So if she received those security upgrades, she would have had to have declared that. And that's a more clean-cut issue. Do you agree?
I agree. The fact that as a chairperson, you obviously you need to declare your interest. So it does seem that, if we go back to the State Capture Commission and what was brought to light there, it does appear that the NPA is concentrating, on smaller issues. But, one just hopes that this will come or go to trial, sooner rather than later. We are talking about allegations that happened a few years ago. These are all, the whole state capture thing is actually, all charges. But kudos where kudos is due. It appears that the state is also ready to share the docket with the defence. Once the state is ready, what they do is they share the contents of the docket in order for the defence to be prepared in defending their clients. And it seems that the state is ready. And one can only hope that, after a trial, and if there's enough evidence, that the accused will be found guilty. And then, that there will be appropriate sentence, because we need to see people involved during the state capture era, although we need to see everybody that's guilty of corrupt dealings in jail. But I think what we are hoping for is that we start seeing people being held accountable for things that happened during the state capture era.
All right, so you're finding it encouraging. Essentially, let me ask you quickly if you can comment on the bigger issue here, not involving Dudu Myeni, but Bosasa and the big claims around correctional services. Angelo Agrizzi is the person with the information, as it were, from formerly from inside Bosasa. This week, the Pretoria High Court said that he should be referred for mental observation. We know that there are various illnesses that he does have. How confident are you feeling about some sort of conclusion around what happened in prisons?
Oh, I think I speak on behalf of so many other South Africans, is that we need to, we also need to find closure. May I just say this, that it is worrying that, one of the main state witnesses, sort of the Section 204 witness, the witness that was, also guilty of certain things, but are willing to testify, is now going to a psychiatric institution to find out whether he can stand trial. It appears to be not only just physical illnesses, but if he's unable to stand trial, then you have to ask to what extent will he be able to then be a witness in these trials. It is just, can I call this whole thing just a mess? But put that aside, because hopefully people will stand trial. I just hope that there are better leadership in the correctional supervision space, because we've also heard after that, some allegations, people escaping, and we want South Africans want to know and feel confident that once criminals is brought before court and found guilty and getting a sentence that is suitable to the crime, that once they go to the correctional facilities, that they will be remain behind bars and be there and be sentenced. Yes, one should be also worried about what the circumstances in prison of prisoners. But I think South Africa would like to be confident that if we send people to prison, that they will remain there for their sentences and that there will not be, all kinds of shenanigans. And if someone goes to prison, there's a possibility that they will buy their way out of prison. It doesn't instill confidence. So hopefully we'll also look at ethical leadership in that part of the justice sector.
All right. Thank you so much for your comments tonight. Outa Accountability Division Executive Director, Advocate Stephani Fick.